is not the video that I was going to share with you today. In fact, today's video is going to be about shopping in El Salvador. But then this happened, and in order to tell you how this happened, I need to take you back in time a little bit till yesterday. Buenas tardes, mis amigos, y bendiciones para todos ustedes. Good afternoon, my friends, and blessings to you all. Hello, my name is Charity Hagenars. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if we are already old friends. So yesterday, things started out a little bit more like this. So we are on Calle 29. If you've never heard of it, it's where you go to find all your auto parts in El Salvador for a good price, new and used. And I'm looking for something to do with my headlights. My headlights are not bright, so either new LED bulbs or if they actually have the whole headlight assembly at a good price. That's usually a lot more expensive, but I do need them taken apart because I have water in my driver's side one and they're a bit dull, so I want them shined up. So I'm gonna see what we can get done today and I'll let you know the price. So here we are parked at a shop at La 29, and this place has tons and tons of auto dealers and everything you can imagine. This place we parked at had headlamps. We were talking to them. They didn't have what we needed, so we ended up going a little further down the road. But as you can see from my little video footage here, there are car shops all along the road. They do anything from the car washing to making new keys for your car, putting in a new sound system, getting belts, I guess tires, rims, the whole kit and caboodle that you need for a car is on this street. So if you ever in need of parts, whether they're new or used, come here. That's my car right there. In front of that, Pennzoil Stein, but it's actually for the car wash next door. Buddy working on my car for 5 minutes, took the light bulb out. Oh, it's hot. Hot stuff.
Don't touch it.
No, okay. So that's the high beam one or the low beam one? Because apparently there's two, of course. My car needs a bath. Look at the cat footprints on it. This guy's quick. I don't think he's been here 5 minutes. Already get the bulb out.
This is your high beam.
But where's the bulb?
It's dead.
Oh, this
doesn't
is why.
work.
This is why there's no light.
Yes. Okay, get the lights high and low.
Oh, I gotta turn back on again. Okay.
That's what water does.
Ah, it blew up the bulb?
Yeah. This is your high beams and your low beams.
Okay, so he has, so the high beam one, can we get those in LED or what?
I don't think they'll have them, but at least we have what we need now to get them, and he will fix the CV.
But he doesn't have a low beam bulb then?
So he can split it apart and see where the water's coming from and fix it.
Well, that would be good if he stops the leak.
And
yeah.
I think we'll do this. We'll go get the.
But where?
Here.
Here.
We're
on the street.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the ones that doesn't have any humidity coming through,
Right.
and the one that's got humidity.
Wowza.
So he's saying he's charging $45 to split it apart, fix the water whatever.
Yeah. And polish it up.
And yeah, I'll ask him for that. I didn't ask for that. I think it's included. But anyways, but you have to leave the car here and pick it up tomorrow.
And tomorrow.
But we can go anywhere else. But what we really need is this.
Yes, but I can't leave the car here until tomorrow. We have absolutely no way home.
Mm-hmm. So that's what happened when you let water come through.
I didn't let water come through. We bought it like that.
Yeah, I know. the other guy, I mean.
Yeah.
So he thinks this one's broken, and you may need to buy it too. So both should be replaced.
Okay, so we have all the bulbs. We can go back to.
Look it up here.
Or get the bulbs here.
Yeah. Well, at least this is what we needed.
Okay, but how do we get the humidity? We don't want to come back here. I can't leave the car.
Yeah, well, let's go ask for somewhere else.
Okay.
And yeah, but we know now. We found it after an hour of driving crazy. That's confusing.
How much does he charge for this service of taking the bulbs out?
Nothing.
So Stan took the light bulbs into that place, and I guess he's going to see if they have them, or the low beam ones anyway. The high beam, probably I don't really need them because honestly I hardly use high beams here, but it's the low beams. You're driving and there's not always lights and you're blinded by the cars that have their high beams on. You don't even have any light to see where you're going. That's a bit of a problem. I think so. Yes. Did they have them in there?
The lady was cool enough to just lend me the lights so he can check them. So these are LED lights. She saw, as soon as she saw it, she said these are LED lights, but these are regular light bulbs.
Oh, so they
So
have LED
I'm
lights.
asking the guy if these are compatible. But
would be nice to have LED ones. So did you know how to put them in after you watched him do it?
no, the problem is that this thing, the thing that this
Goes
6.2 goes on,
Oh, it's all rusted
it's
out.
all rusted and all gone out. He says that he will have to have that replaced too, if you want to go check it. But yeah, it's all.
Well, I believe it because I'm
it's
looking
all-
at this. I'm
yeah.
like, wherever that went
Yeah.
into. So the
Screwed
base
up.
is all screwed up. Okay, so
Yeah.
he can't take the one. So he has to have the car overnight to
Yeah,
fix
to fix also the.
it. Okay. So Stan went in to pay for those old style light bulbs, $1.50 each, pretty cheap. So he put one in, but the other side, because it's all rusted, without fixing the receptacle, it's not going to work, we assume. So he said he needed the car overnight to do it. I can't do that because obviously I got to get home. I don't have another car, so that ain't happening today, but maybe we can find somebody close that could do it. There is a squirrel on the power line. Where'd you go? Making a house up there? Or was on top of the white box? Okay then. Okay, Stan just came back. I was wrong. It wasn't $1.50 each. It was $1.50 for the both of them. And he came back with a connector, which we'll need to put for the one we have to get fixed. It'll need this new connector because the other one's all rusted out. So that was $3. So for $4.50 and then another $45-ish, maybe we can negotiate with them to take the headlight apart, clean it out, put that new connector in, get all the moisture out and fix wherever it's leaking, and polish the outside of both of them. We'll see if that's 40, 45. And we're gonna maybe come back tomorrow morning, stay at Stan's parents', I guess, for the time it takes for him to fix it, and then come back here because I guess they're pretty close by. So that's what we're gonna do. Before. My car is very dirty. So today's been quite the adventure. We got my headlight fixed here. He was polishing them, putting them on. I was gonna get a car wash and fun stuff. It was taking a long time. We had one other chore to do. And I pulled out of here and something went snap. The brake light came on. The steering locked up. I thought, oh, did I stall the car? I turned it off and back on. And then that wasn't it. The brake light stayed on. The steering was locked up. Looks like the belt snapped. That also charges the alternator. That's why the battery light came on. And the power steering is gone. So the belt does something with the power steering. So we have a tow truck who's going to take us home. Stan is trying to back it up as much as possible. Obviously it turns on and stuff. It just, it's hard as heck to move because the power steering's gone. Stan is on the curb, it looks like. So, but he's trying to get lined up with the tow truck. He's trying really hard to pull the steering. It is really hard to move a car that does not have power steering. Also not good for the car over the long run. So this guy that we're at this place where they did the car wash, well, would have did the car wash if I would have stayed for it. He had an old belt he could have put on, but the belt actually looked like it was in good condition. So we think that maybe it's the pulleys that are locked up and that's what snapped the belt. So we didn't want to put a used belt on just to get home, because if it's a pulley, it'll snap the used belt even easier. And we'd be in trouble on the highway. And with the steering locked up, that's could be a pretty freaking bad accident. So supposedly 80 bucks. He's gonna get us to our house, and I know Stan has to get home with an Uber or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there, or maybe the tow truck driver can drop him off somewhere. So fun stuff. But yeah, belts are important. And we've been sitting here for, I think since 10 to, about 4:30 actually it was. We're about to leave because we were trying to get to Santa Tecla before they close at 6. So yeah. And it's now 7 o'clock. So fun stuff. I don't know if we put the car in neutral, what the deal was there. He left the window open on this side though. He's trying to direct it too. Ay, ay, ay. What about the windows, Stan? The windows should go up in case it rains on the way home. The windows.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think I want Stan to help steer it up. So originally, right after we put the light in, I backed up. And that's when we kind of heard a little bit of a pop. My battery light came on. My power steering disappeared. I actually thought I stalled it because we have a Jetta in Canada. And when you stall it, of course, your lights come on and the steering gets hard. And I wasn't sure if it locked up or what was going on, so I turned it off, turned it back on, and it was still locked up, and the battery light was still on. And it wasn't locked up, it was just so hard to turn because the power steering completely disappeared. And I just sort of backed out and then realized I couldn't go anywhere, and I kind of pulled back in, and of course there was cars honking and beeping because I was in the road for a little bit. But anyway, it's a good thing it happened at the time it did, because if something bad was going to happen, it was good to be not on the highway driving, and it was also good that Stan was with me. But we really thought that he'd done something to the electrical. So the first thing we did was check the fuses to see if that new light, happened to cause the short circuit or something, a fuse pop. And there was a fuse that was out, and it was a 40 watts, I guess it is. And he went out and he replaced it, came back, still nothing worked. And then, because we thought maybe he was to blame, that he called over an electrician. He looked at it, he went underneath it, and that's when he found that the belt was completely snapped in half. So that was really good. I'm glad it happened there, not on the highway, and I'm glad Stan was with me to call the tow truck.
This is Boulevard de los Próceres.
Right, what do we call them earlier? The Liberators.
The Liberators, yeah. And we're approaching to Monseñor Romero.
Okay. So that is how our adventurous 2 days turned out. Not the best happy ending, but I did not have to leave my car there the day before. Actually, the kind of funny story is we showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning because he told us that's when he opens, but he didn't show up till 10. So we'd waited 2 hours before he arrived. Then he took the headlamp out, and then we drove around doing all kinds of stuff all day, trying to get another key made for my car, having lunch, having coffee, having this, having that. We were there all day, and he told us to come back at 3:30. So we drove that car around all day long because he just took the headlamp, and when we came back, that's when he put it in, and that's when everything broke down. So yeah, it was kind of suspicious, but it turns out not his fault, although he was late and took up my whole day, and also yesterday because we were there the day before when we first had him look at the light bulbs. But I'm beat. It's been a long week. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the next one, which will be about shopping between Canada versus El Salvador, Costco versus PriceSmart, and I hope to have that one out next Saturday. See you then. Enjoy.
Don't forget to hit the like button.